So this is a very interesting following up Sakamoto Days episode 2. Continuing off, Sakamoto and Shin are having this conversation. Shin starts talking about murder that happened in last episode. Overhearing is Sakamoto's wife, and she threatens divorce. Now, this is where Sakamoto now has to take his vow to never murder again. And this is soon after Shin and Sakamoto go off to go buy some stuff for the store. They go to like this pork bun stand, they buy some, and as they're making their way away, a girl falls on top of these buns while she was being chased by three other mafia members. And now we are introduced to this new character. Her name is Lu Shaotang, and she is Chinese, a part of a clan. Her parents have been murdered, and she was entrusted with this key. Now, this key is important because it's the. You know what? I don't even know why it's important, other than that it's going to make people rich. Something to do with the black market and them getting rich. That's why they want it. Anyway, of course, Sakamoto, he puts the beat down. He gets this girl and runs her out of there. They end up on top of this building. And behind the scenes, the whole guy that was down trying to get this girl murdered, get her key, he hires these two hitmen. And they are brothers. And these brothers are like psychos, and they have something to do with like heads. They like draw on them, and if they murder people, they even chop up one of his guys' heads. And it's interesting. But they finally make this appearance, and it just comes out of nowhere. Sakamoto gets hit, gets thrown into the building like he's a Dragon Ball character, and it's like nothing to him. He comes back out of nowhere, and Sakamoto puts the beat down on him, and they get tied up. So no one gets killed in this fight. Off of this, where do they go next? Of course, they have to go where this key is. And whenever they go to where this key belongs, it's like this vault. And it's the guy that hired these hitmen. He's waiting outside of it, sitting there. I guess he's just trying to get into it, talking about it. And he gets beat up by the girl. At first, we were thinking, oh, maybe she's going to kill him. No, I'm sure Sakamoto didn't let her do this. Now, we have to have time to talk about this. Why does Sakamoto want this girl, and why is he helping her out? Well, the belief is that she can make pork buns. And now he wants her to come and join his team of workers at the shop. I think that's interesting. Now, is it because he knows she's Chinese or what? Now that I'm trying to understand here. Maybe it's too deep to talk about, but what is that the first assumption that he would have to ask her? But she kind of agrees to it, so hey, maybe it's not a profile. She was being honest, in all honesty here. Anyway, the guy gets beat up. They go into the vault. Ends up being Lu Shaotang's family clan's entire worths and trinkets. Family heirlooms, basically, right? That's the word I'm looking for here. But yeah, it's just like various things. They have this like little drink party with the buns as like the food, and then her dad left this drink. But let's go past all this. After the end credits, let's talk about the ending. This is where things get kind of interesting. First of all, this is cool. We have a new member that works at the store, which is Lu Shaotang. I don't know if I'm going to remember that. I'm going to keep looking at it, but hopefully she's mentioned quite a bit. That's the only way I'm going to remember stuff. So, good. Maybe I'll give her like a cool nickname later on. Or maybe she gets one. But, yeah, quit yapping about that. Number 2, things get spiced up. This is where you're kind of given a hint on what's going to happen in the next episode or the future. They are now being tracked down by other hitmen. Now who? We don't know. But Sakamoto is being looked at. I know Shin was on there. And of course, Lu Shaoting, she was being looked at as well. I was noticing it. Now, they did not talk about Shin and Shaoting, but they talked about Sakamoto. My mistake. But the thing that they mentioned is that he is fat. So is it someone that knows him? Probably not. Could it be? Yes, it's very possible. So with all of that, we followed up with the final thing, which is the new rule that Shin brought to the table. What is this rule? What is this rule, guys? Don't kill. Part of the new Sakamoto rulebook. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And to finalize it, let's get straight to the rating. I'm going to move it up here. We're going to say it was an 8. It was an 8. Good. And I wasn't really insulted with it. If I can watch it and I am not mad with it, does it go beyond? Still, no. I feel like something's coming right now. We're learning these new characters and seeing where things are going. So I'm kind of moving with the flow. And it flows pretty well. It's got the quality. I was actually feeling the opening. I just have to keep watching. And I feel like something's going to make it move up. That's how I feel about the series. So 8 in my books is a solid number. And I do not feel uncomfortable rating it an 8. Now I'm going to try and learn and get better at ratings. But yeah, definitely an 8 here. Following that, question of the day is, how do you feel about Lu Shaotang joining the team? I think it's interesting, adds more diversity, and there is this like little, like, I don't know what you would call this, between two characters. Kind of like a hit against them, but you have a Shin and her that are going to kind of bicker between each other. I just can't think of the word right now, but yeah, if you get in the comments, that's why I think she's good to bring here. Anyway, stay safe, guys. Until next time, peace out.